Down there below you.
It looks like it's like white rippled sand, like very, very white. I don't know if it's desert or it looks like moon sand. It's just sand.
Beautiful. And where is that in relation to you?
To
you.
It's beneath my feet. I'm standing on it.
Yes. Is there anything specific you notice about this sand?
So white.
What is the texture like?
It's weird. It's like part grainy and part powdery.
And does this place feel familiar to you? Tell me about that. Feel like you've been here before. And is there anything else you see besides the sand? You can kind of look out.
It's nothing. It's like I feel like I crossed this on the way somewhere. So it's like an open. It's like this open plain. It's weird.
How do you feel emotionally being there?
Yeah, peaceful. No negative emotions.
Okay. I'd like for you to look down at your feet. What's the first thing that you notice about your feet?
They're not human.
What do they look like?
Pale. Grey.
And tell me more. Are you wearing anything on them or? Tell me more.
I think I'm a grey.
Look down at your body. What's the first thing you notice about your body?
The skin's weird. It's like mother of pearl, but it's not. It's like translucent, but it's not. It's like a weird material.
Do you feel like it's your skin or are you wearing something?
Skin.
Okay. Do you feel male or female in this body?
Male.
Do you feel young or old in this body? Do you feel young or old in this body?
It's almost like it doesn't really have an age. I feel wise.
Do you feel healthy or unhealthy in this body?
Healthy.
Are you wearing anything on your head? Are you carrying anything on you?
No.
Okay, let's find out what you're doing here. Do you feel like you're alone or with others?
I'm alone.
Okay. Let's expand this scene. What exactly is happening here?
I'm preparing for something.
Yes. And in which way are you preparing?
There's going to be light coming from the sky. To the right above me, something's coming.
How do you know this is coming?
It's just a sense that I can feel something to the top right. It's bright white light.
Yes. What do you think that is?
Something's coming into the space.
Okay. Hey, can you see it right now? Tell me about that process.
It's so bright.
Yes. How do you feel emotionally when you see that?
A little bit anxious.
How so?
Am I ready?
What do you think you need to be ready for?
I've done a good job.
Is that important to you? Why is that important?
To be accepted.
Okay. What if you don't do a good job?
Be time wasted, disappointment. They'll be disappointed in me.
Who will be disappointed in you?
The others.
Tell me about the others.
They're coming in on this. The light is a ship. So
can you see the shape of this thing?
It's like it's like a dome. It's a dome at the top and a dome at the bottom. It's huge.
How do you think it's moving?
It's just propelled by energy, like energy on the outer rim.
Can you sense this energy? How so?
I can feel it pulsing. It's almost like a heartbeat around the edge of it.
Yes.
It's like a thick cord of this energy, and that's what actually propels it.
Yes. And how does that then? Where does that come from? The energy, you think?
It's like set by intentions. It's like an energy field.
Yes. Okay, and you're saying it's coming in now. Tell me more. What happens next?
So the base of it touches down onto the sand.
Yes. And then?
It's almost like the top dome pulls back like a skylight. It opens up.
Yeah. What do you see now as it opens up?
There's other beings like me inside, but they're bigger. They're more filled with light.
How are they more filled with light?
It's almost like light comes from inside them.
And do they have more light than you? Why do you think that is?
They've completed more tasks.
So they become more light the more tasks they have completed. Yeah. And do you know these beings?
They're my family.
How do you feel about them?
Scared of them.
Why is that?
Because I'm not like them. And I mightn't have completed the task to move to the next, to satisfaction.
Were there any kind of consequences if you don't complete a task to their satisfaction?
I think I'd have to go away from them.
So it means disconnection. And then what happens?
I've got to start all over again.
Does it mean isolation? How do you feel about isolation?
It's almost like I expect it. I'm used to it.
It seems like you were isolated before they came. Okay. And then do you kind of meet up with them, or what happens now?
So I have to share my journey. I have to share what I've learned, what I've accomplished. And they will decide.
And what do you tell them?
I've come a long way. I've done what you've told me. I've been good.
What kinds of things have you done?
I've helped build equipment. I've helped make shelters for the people that live in these areas. I have given knowledge.
And the people that live in these areas, do they look like you?
No.
What do they look like?
They're so much smaller than me. They don't know that I'm there. I've been there, I've been helping them, but they don't know that they can't see me.
So you help them build shelters?
I think with knowledge and energy and watching over.
Yes. Why is it your responsibility to do that?
To take care of him. It's our responsibility to care for these beings.
Why is that? It seems to be different to you.
They're still learning. They're different vibration. They need the help. They need the guidance.
But why specifically you need to do that, or your group?
We agree to.
Are they somehow related to you?
No.
Okay. So then you've helped them to build structures. What else have you done? The other ways you've helped?
I can't see anything else.
Okay, and you're saying these beings are kind of, now you're telling this to them, right? What are they saying to you?
You've done well.
You feel like they're satisfied?
They want me to carry on, do a bit more to prove myself.
Why do you need to prove yourself?
It's just part of the learning. Everybody has to.
And they've done it themselves as well. And do you need to be isolated to do this?
It's part of the test.
Why is it a test to be isolated?
To see if you're strong enough.
Probably harder when one is alone.
I don't like to hear that.
But it seems like quite a test then, to have to accomplish all these tasks but not have any help. Why do you think they don't want to hear that?
It's just the way it's always been. It's what you do.
And no one questions that?
You're not to question it.
Okay, so but you're saying they're satisfied with your progress?
Yes, but they want me to continue before they'll reevaluate my final achievements.
How do you feel about having to continue in this fashion?
Heartbroken.
Tell me about that heartbreak. Where do you feel it in the body?
My chest.
Why do you think this saddens you?
Because I know they're going to leave me.
What happens when they leave? What does that happen to you?
I'm left here to do more work by myself.
Why can they be in a group?
I don't know.
Or do you feel like they also isolate themselves?
No, they've always been in a group. I want to also be part of the group.
And is this something that you tell them or not?
The only way you be part of the group is to complete the tasks and complete them well. You'll be considered for the group.
Yes, okay. Okay, so do they stay or what happens next?
No, they've gone.
And what happens to you now?
I have to walk through this desert place and I'll be shown what the next task is.
Okay. And you encounter this next task. It's almost like gates to move through, isn't it? To get to the final. What is the next task?
It's like those black rocks again. They're huge. This massive, massive cliff.
Yes.
I have to get over it. How? There's no ropes, there's no steps.
Why do you need to cross it?
To show that I can climb it by myself and get over it to the other side.
That's part of the test. What do you do here?
I have no idea how to even start. How am I expected to do this? impossible for me.
It doesn't seem like there's any guidance or support.
No. How? I don't know. Maybe I'm looking at it the wrong way. It's, I'm thinking I need to go over it and climb up and over, but maybe it's not. That's not the expectation. Like maybe there's a way that I can move through it.
Is there a way you can move through it? Tell me about that.
Through using my energy, it's setting an intention to create a pathway through the wall. I don't have to go over it. It's not the ask. The ask is to listen and to use the tools that I don't have. Don't look at the challenge and look for the tools that you haven't been provided. The tools have been provided. You need to learn what the tools are and how they work.
And you're saying you can use this power of intention or energy. And then what do you do then? What does that create?
It creates a key. So it's almost like putting in my hand on a part of the rock that's almost got like my print in that connects to me.
Yes.
And I can go through this barrier. It opens up a passage that opens up. And it's beautifully carved. It's like a triangle, but it's grounded at the top, this whole path, and there's light coming in on the other side of the path. And I've actually walking through the middle of this rock cliff. I don't have to go over it.
Yes.
I misunderstood the mission.
How do you understand the mission now?
To not look at the physical, the externals, and try and look for tools and means outside of myself, because I'll never find that there. If I'm looking for ropes, there'll be no ropes. If I'm looking for ladders, there'll be no ladders, and then I'll keep finding the lack of ropes and ladders. But that's not where I'm meant to go. That I won't need ropes and ladders for where I need to go.
So it's almost like you looked inside of yourself. And did you somehow connect with this rock? How were you able to manipulate it?
Just through touch and intention. It was almost like my hand and my intention was a key to make a pathway through this challenge. And it opens up.
Yes. And you're able to walk through this cliff now. What do you find on the other side?
They're all there.
Yes. Not like they ever left it. Tell me about them.
They're just celebrating. They're welcoming me home.
What are they telling you?
That they were helping me find my way. Not to give me challenges that I had absolutely no weapons against. Just to help me to find my true self and realize that these things aren't challenges. If I just use my intuition and my natural talents, there are no obstacles.
Yes.
It's all free and I'm not alone. It's not that I was not good enough. It's just I had to keep going through the cycles until I made the connection and stopped seeing these as challenges and I'm alone and I don't have the tools and no one's guiding me. It feels so good to be with them on the other side.
Yes. What do you tell them?
I'm home.
What does that feel like emotionally being there?
So much love and just being enveloped and like belonging, and just feel so full and wholesome and perfect, light, expansive.
Yes. So it's like they didn't ever leave you.
Mm-mm.
They set a challenge and they wanted you to kind of overcome it internally almost.
Yep. But I saw it as being abandoned and not being left the tools, or no one's helping me. How am I supposed to climb this cliff?
Yeah.
I just didn't. I totally misunderstood.
Yes, the mission.
The environment and the mission, yes.
Okay, what do you understand now from having gone through this all?
It's not all as it seems. Obstacles are not real obstacles. You're guiding me to find that channel within me, that connection within me, to move through these things that are seem like obstacles. They're not really.
Yes.
They're just holograms of indications of the way you should go, how to navigate. Well, they're just ways of kind of pushing me in the right direction to find the right answers. But unless you're willing to look at things differently, all you're going to see is a stone wall.
Yes.
And no support, and feel alone, no tools.
Yes. Okay, so one almost needs to look at it from another perspective, and then enlightenment is gained almost. But it also needs to almost be done in isolation. That's a valuable lesson, isn't it? It's a valuable lesson.
Very.
What else is happening on this other side?
It's almost like it's gone back to the beach. It's back to that peaceful place.
Yes.
That's actually where it is. It's just, it's brought me back to that place of feeling home.
Yes.
Now it's just expansion. I can feel like I've just leveled up. Just like, it's almost like I get pulled out of that tunnel into this huge expansive, like, explosion. It's just, it's that experience of those lessons are done. It's almost like I've completed.
Okay, so let's leave that scene and let's move forward to the last day in the life we are looking at. You can watch it as an observer if you want to. We've gone forward to the last day of your life in this lifetime we are watching. And what is happening? What do you see?
They're all around me, holding me.
What is happening to you?
It's almost like the matter is dissolving back into energy.
Yes.
The consciousness is leaving the body.
How do you feel having those beings around you?
Just held, loved.
And what happens to the consciousness?
Just expands, goes back into a much bigger space. Being in that body was confined. It just feels expansive. I'm connected to them all, but I'm also connected to more.
So you almost become the all that is.
It's expansive, release.
Yes, beautiful. Okay, so whatever happened has already happened, and you are on the other side of it, and from that position you can look back at that entire life and see it from a different perspective. Every life has a lesson and a purpose. As you look at that life, what did you learn from it?
That you can cause unnecessary suffering for yourself with the wrong perspective. Or every instance or every occurrence that happens, you'll see as an obstacle put in your way to prove that you're still alone. Causes much suffering. Doesn't need to continue.
The suffering. What reduced the suffering there?
Changing the perspective of seeing it as a challenge that you've got to do by yourself manually. It was just changing your perspective to one of energy and source and intention.
And what do you think was the purpose of that lifetime?
To teach me to see past illusions.
Mm.
To learn that you're not separate.
Mm.
It's not punishment. It's just guidance.
And your family, were they all along, weren't
Mm-hmm.
they?
Yes.
And the beach, was they all along too?
Yes.
Okay, anything else lesson or purpose-wise as you look back at that life?
Just the ability to learn how to persevere and to not give up. In that lifetime, I didn't give up.
Mm.
Continue despite the suffering, despite the confusion, despite the hurt. Still continue.
Yes. And it was then the reward at the end. Okay, so then it also teaches one a lot about not giving up.
Yes.
Okay, you can take a deep breath again. Okay, so let's move away from that scene, leaving that being there to continue on its own path. You can move either forward or backward to find another appropriate time and place that has the information that you need so that we can help you in the best way that we can. And you are now at another time and another place. What do you see? What is happening?
The desert. It's like these little homes, like little huts. Almost looks like kind of things you find in like old day Jerusalem or Iraq, or these like little basic mud huts with straight little roofs.
How do you feel emotionally being here?
Tired.
How so?
It just seems endless, just hot. Again, just as desolate.
Yes. And are there other people around? Where do you think all the people are?
They fled.
Why did they have to flee?
I'm scared.
What do you think of?
Enemies.
How is it that you're still there?
I'm not scared. I'll show them.
Do you feel like you are part of them or part of the enemy or something else?
I was part of them, but I'm not going to be pushed out of my home.
Like you to look down at your feet. What's the first thing you notice?
And sandals. Dusty.
And your body?
It's male.
Are you wearing anything on your body?
It's like these wrapped tunic kind of cloth. Very dusty.
Do you feel young or old in this body?
I feel older.
Feel healthy or unhealthy in this body?
I just feel like the body is rigid. It's almost like arthritic, or it's a rigid body.
Yes.
Flexibility is gone.
Yes. Are you carrying anything on you?
It's like a staff. It's like a wooden cane thing with a ball on the top.
What does that do for you?
It just helps me walk.
Okay. And are you wearing anything on your head?
Like a turbine.
Are you wearing any jewelry or embellishments? Okay, but you're saying you're still here. And you won't flee.
No.
How is it that you're not scared and the others were?
They're weak.
How is it that you're not weak?
I don't know what makes me different. It's just I'm not weak. They're not going to chase me out of my home. This is my home.
And was there some kind of a group that tried to do that?
Yes.
What did you do at that time?
I fought.
In which way?
It's my hands throwing rocks.
Yes. What did this enemy want?
A woman, a food.
And did they take that?
Yes.
It doesn't seem like they settled there.
No.
Okay. And how do you feel about them taking that?
Angry.
Did they take anything of you?
My belongings. Animals. Friends left. They've taken the people, although they didn't capture them. They've taken them by forcing them away. Taken my community.
How do you feel about being alone now?
Bitter.
But you're saying you won't leave.
No.
But does it not make sense to leave where there are more people in other places?
Yes, but I'm too proud.
Okay.
I want to make a point. But it's not serving me.
It's a principle thing.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of point are you trying to make?
You'll not push me over. You'll not take my home. Take what's not yours from me.
But it seems like it's already been done. But you're still holding on to the leftovers.
Yes.
Okay, well, let's find out what else you're doing here. What does your day look like?
I'm alone. Trying to find a food.
Are you able to find anything?
Not much. There's no one to help. We used to help each other. Get barter, trade. We'd all gather. Now it's just me. It's not easy.
What do you do with the majority of your day?
You just sit and be bitter.
Yes.
Think about what I'll do if they'll come back, what I'll do to them.
What crosses your mind in that sense?
To hurt them.
Yes, to kind of get revenge.
Yes.
Right? Okay. Well, where does that bitterness sit in your body?
My chest. How dare they?
It does seem very unfair. Kind of take it from others and not, manifest their own. And do they ever come back?
No.
Does anyone come back?
No.
Is there anything else significant happening here?
Just nothingness. Just me, my rage and my bitterness. It's really lonely, it's really hard. And I wouldn't even know if I wanted to go and be with the others. I don't know where they are. Too old now to meet them.
Yeah.
Stuck.
Yes. Would it not have almost been better to have gone with them?
Yes.
Do you notice this kind of nearing the end, or when do you notice that?
When it's too late. What happens then? I'm too old to cover the distance to try and make it to wherever they are. Even if I wanted to now, I couldn't. I'm stuck here. I've stranded myself here.
Yes.
And they're never coming back, so why am I here? There's nothing to prove. I've put myself in this position. I've made the transgression was done in a day, and I've made it a lifetime.
You kind of held on to your whole life. You held on to that one day. Okay, so let's leave that scene. Let's move forward to the last day in the life we are looking at. You can watch it as an observer if you want to. You've gone forward to the last day of your life in this lifetime we are watching. What is happening? What do you see?
I'm just lying on my little bed shelf thing.
Yes.
Curled up in a fetal position, just rigid, skinny, tired. Wanted to end.
And does it end?
Yes.
What happens to you?
Just breathe the last breath. And the body goes still.
Okay, so whatever happened has already happened and you're on the other side of it, and from that position you can look back at that entire life and see it from a different perspective. Your life is a lesson and a purpose. As you look at that life, what did you learn from it?
I chose to be alone. To prove a point. To try and protect the others, but in doing so, I've cut myself off from my people.
What do you think was the purpose of that life?
To not seek revenge.
What is the consequences of that?
When you seek it so absolutely, there's no room for any other emotion, any other joy, love, connection.
And you plot your whole life.
Yes.
Something that will never happen.
Yes. You create a distance between you and life. Absolutely everything else, you become consumed. You think you're protecting the people, but you would have been more benefit to them staying, helping.
Yes.
It's a false sense of doing the right thing. The right thing would be to be with the people.
So you feel like you should have left?
Because
then at least you would have had the connection of the tribe.
Correct.
Anything else lesson or purpose-wise as you look back at that life?
And fighting things with force is not the answer. It's not how you win.
How does one win?
By being wise.
How could you have been wise in that sense?
Allowing forgiveness. Letting it go. Not holding on. Not being bitter. Getting on with my life.
Yes, exactly. It was trapped in that one day. You can take it deep. Sorry, go ahead.
No, just being willing to let things go.
Which is a choice. Okay, let's move away from that scene again. Leaving that person there to continue on their own path. You can move either forward or backward to find another appropriate time and place. That is information that you need so that we can help you in the best way that we can. You are now at another time and another place. What do you see? What is happening?
There's a lady, like in her kitchen gear. She's got like an apron kind of vibe on. She feels like she's in her kitchen, but she's holding a baby. I think she's bathing it or washing it.
Do you feel like you're observing her, or are you her?
I'm observing.
Okay. What is she? And she's bathing the baby?
I think so.
And does she feel familiar to you? What do you think she is of you?
She's my mom.
How do you feel emotionally about her?
I love her. She's sweet.
How does she treat you?
She loves me. I think it's me she's holding.
Okay. You can look down at yourself. What do you notice about yourself?
Happy. Happy, loved, innocent. Just right place, right time. Nothing wrong.
Do you feel like there's any other children?
One.
Feel like it's older or younger?
Older.
How do you feel about that one?
I'm not really aware of it yet. I know he's there.
It's a him. Is he much older?
3 years older.
Okay. You're saying you feel quite content here with your mom.
Sun coming in through the kitchen window. She's got these big, chubby cheeks. She looks like she could be from like Nepal, that kind of look. High cheekbones. She's just very happy. She's pure. She's so pure.
Do you feel you also look like her?
No, not really. Skin's quite light pink. She's like more olivey.
And does the brother also look like you?
Brother's got darker hair. He has a very sweet energy.
Yes. And how does it feel to be bathed?
Amazing. Feel safe.
I feel like she's quite nurturing.
Yes, she's strong. She won't disappoint me. She won't let me down. I feel very safe in her arms.
And do you feel like there's a dad somewhere?
No.
Where is the dad?
He left.
What do you mean?
He left her.
What do you think happened there?
Found someone else.
How do you think she feels about that?
She hurts. But she's still happy with us.
Yes.
Still her family.
What happens after the bath?
She's making me food.
What kind of food is she making?
It's like a goat's milk or some kind of porridge mixture she's giving me.
What does that taste like?
It's so sweet.
Does the brother also get that?
No, he's chewing something else. Like he's got it's like almost like a rusk or something.
Okay. And what's your mom eating?
She's not eating. She's just feeding me.
And does she speak to you?
Mm-hmm.
What kinds of things is she saying? Probably feel her energy, right?
Says I'm a good girl.
Hmm.
Eat my food, get strong.
Yes. And what do you say back to her?
I just love her. I just feel love for her.
Yes.
Just wrapped up like I look like a little Russian doll, like wrapped up in this little swaddly thing. And I just absolutely adore her.
She seems very special.
Just pure love. Absolute love for her.
And you feel she feels the same for you and the brother. What happens after you eat?
She puts me to sleep in a little crib. She's going outside. She's crying.
Why do you think she's crying?
She's actually sad. I thought she was okay. She's not okay.
I think it's about the dad.
Yes.
How do you feel when she feels like that?
Heartbroken. I don't want her to hurt. She doesn't deserve to be hurt.
Yes.
Confusion.
And what happens after she cries?
So she wipes her tears on her apron. And she comes back and she just carries on. She's making tea on like a fire stove thing in the kitchen. She just carries on. So she actually puts it in a box. She has that moment and then packages it up and then comes back and just is back her beautiful, loving self.
Okay, so she's kind of almost trying to hide it then from you, but you can still feel it. Okay, but at least she allows herself that time to release that. Okay, anything else significant happening here?
I think there's problems. She's concerned about paying for the house.
Okay.
Keeping things going. She's worried about how she's going to keep it all together, look after us. There's a concern around keeping the home going.
Yes. Do you think the dad is helping?
No.
Why do you think he just left?
He wanted more freedom.
Yes. Okay.
He didn't have the same heart as her.
What was his heart like?
Cold.
Okay.
He was almost, I see him more of like a suit vibe to him. I know she's not really of a suit kind of era, but that's what he feels like. She's warm and loving, and he's just this like more symmetrical, feels like he's in a suit.
Stiff.
Cold, yeah.
Okay. Doesn't seem like a perfect match anyway.
What fulfills her did not fulfill him.
Yes. Okay. So she was happy with the kind of family life, but he wasn't for him.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so let's leave that scene. We can close that scene. And let's move forward to an important day. Day that you consider to be important when something is happening. We've moved forward to this important day, and what is happening? What do you see?
Bringing a boy home to meet my mum.
How old are you, more or less?
16.
How do you feel about this boy?
So happy, so proud, so excited.
How does your mom react to him?
Welcoming. It's just such a lovely moment. She's very excited. She's happy that I've got someone that has the same heart.
Has the same heart as you or your mom?
As the mom and I.
Okay.
It feels like one of us.
Yes. Feels like part of the family. Anything else you're doing with him here?
She's inviting him in. She's welcoming him into the home.
Yes.
Brother's not there.
Where do you think he is?
I think the father took him.
Why do you think that happened?
He wanted something. He saw it as his.
But did he not want his freedom more?
He still has it.
Okay.
He didn't take him for pure reasons.
What did he want to do?
Power, control.
Okay.
He wanted to show other people that he was a good father. Look at me, this is my son.
Okay. And what a significance.
But he wasn't ready.
How do you feel about the brother not being there?
Sad. Sad for my mum.
And she was sad about it. Was she sad about losing him?
Yes.
Was there nothing she could have done to stop it?
She tried to plead with him. She tried to speak nicely to him. But she realized that her weapons couldn't withstand someone like him. He took him.
Yes.
She was hoping that maybe he'll still bring him back.
But he never did.
I think he came back later when he was older.
Okay. Anything else significant you can see in this scene? Having the boy home.
Just feeling like a family.
Okay.
But again, feeling like brother's missing. Like we're here, but something's missing. He's missing.
Yes.
But feeling happy. Like I have my person, I'm with my mum. It's just a happy, full feeling.
Yes. Okay, you can close that scene again. Let's move forward to another important day. You can move forward to another important day, a day that you consider to be important, where something is happening. And you're now at this important day. What is happening? What do you see?
I'm having a baby.
What does that process look like?
Hard, painful.
Who do you think the dad is?
It's a boy. I brought home to my mum.
Okay. But it's quite a hard process.
Tell
me more.
I have a little boy.
How do you feel about this boy?
I just love him so much.
How does the dad receive the baby?
So happy.
Yes.
It's a happy moment. Just the three of us. It's our family.
And is your mum still around?
No.
What happened to her?
She died.
Okay. And your brother?
He's still away.
How do you feel about that?
Upset. Confused, angry.
And your dad, do you ever see him?
No.
Why not?
He doesn't want to come back. He only came back the once for my brother.
Yes. How do you feel about him not coming for you?
Upset, hurt. He was the first person that I didn't know anything else but love until I met or knew of him. All the negative feelings I felt in my life come from his behaviors.
Yes. So that kind of contrast.
Yes. Hurt my mum, took my brother.
Okay. But on this day, with the baby being born, it seems like things are working out.
They are, but I feel disconnected. I should be happier than I am, but I feel something's missing.
What do you think that is?
My mum, my brother.
The original family.
I'm happy, but I'm sad at the same time.
Yeah, it's bittersweet.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else significant happening on this day?
I can feel my mum's presence with me. She's telling me that she's there. She's telling me that she's right there.
Okay, so she hasn't left then. What are you telling her?
I love you so much. I wish you were here.
What does she say?
I'm here. She says it's going to be okay. She loves me. The baby's beautiful.
What does the baby look like?
With dark hair, like almost like little Asian eyes. Lighter skin. He's so cute.
Does he look like you or the dad or both?
Looks like dad. Looks like my mom.
Okay. So you have almost like a little reminder of her.
Yeah, he's beautiful. I love him very much.
You can take a deep breath again. So let's leave this scene. Let's move forward to the last day of the life we are looking at. You can watch it as an observer if you want to. We've gone forward to the last day of your life in this lifetime we're watching, and what is happening? What do you see?
I was working out in a field, doing crops or working the land, and I just fall down and collapse.
What happened to your body?
I think it's my heart.
What do you think happened to your heart?
It feels like it's in a spasm.
Okay.
It's painful.
What happens at the end?
Yeah, the life just goes out of me.
Is there anyone else around you while
No,
that happens?
alone.
Where's your family?
In school, working.
Okay. You feel like your son is old or not really old?
It's 12.
Okay. Okay, so whatever happened has already happened, and you're on the other side of it. And from that position, you can look back at that entire life, see it from a different perspective. Every life has a lesson and a purpose. As you look at the life, what did you learn from it?
That I am loved. I'm unlovable. I'm important.
How did you learn that?
Through the love my mother showed me.
What about the love or non-love that your dad showed you? What lesson can we learn from that?
So again, it's the way you choose to see the experience can make you suffer. I suffered a lot by the meaning I assigned to what happened.
What meaning did you assign? What did you make it mean?
That he's bad, that we weren't enough. Why didn't he choose us?
Yeah.
All the questions.
And you kind of focused on that. What would you rather have focused on? Should you rather have focused on?
I've taken that energy and given more love to my mom and my brother, instead of wasting all that energy on bitterness and resentment.
Because there was love.
Now I've left my son. Now he has to experience his lifetime with only one parent.
What do you think was the purpose of this lifetime, that lifetime?
To be a companion to my mother.
Yes.
To bring my son into the world.
Okay, so then that was done successfully. How could you be a better companion or a better mother?
How could I get a better mother?
How could you be a better companion or be a better mother? Is there anything you could have done differently?
I'm not getting caught up in figuring out the reason behind other people's behaviors. And if anything is my fault. Analyzing how I could have changed, the why. What could I have done Such a waste of energy.
Yes.
So again, it's letting go. It's learning to let these grievances go and not hang on to them for lifetimes.
Yes. Okay. Okay, anything else lesson or purpose-wise from that life, looking back at it?
It was to learn how to be happy in the simple life. Not many things, not much to do, but just love and simple happiness. Can be easy to be happy.
Yes.
And just simple.
Yes.
Simple beauty.
Very good. Okay, so you can take a deep breath again. Okay, so you can drift away from that life. We're drifting and floating away from that life, leaving that woman there to continue on her own journey. She will find peace. She will find what she's supposed to find. We're leaving her there to continue on her own journey. She will find peace. She will find what she's supposed to find. We're leaving her there to continue on her own path. Now I want all of the consciousness and personality of Charlene to once again return to the body and fully integrate back into the body. May I speak to Charlene's subconscious, please? Okay, I have permission to speak to Charlene's subconscious. I respect the power of the subconscious because I know the subconscious takes care of Charlene's body, does a very good job of it. I also know that the subconscious has the records of everything that has ever happened to Charlene in this lifetime and all the other lifetimes she has ever lived. So I respect the power of the subconscious and I always ask for permission to speak to it and ask questions. Do I have permission to ask questions?
Yes.
Okay, I know the subconscious could have brought forth many different lifetimes for Charlene to see today. You chose to bring forward a lifetime in which you seem to have been kind of going through a series of tests. She was a different kind of being, and there was a ship coming over with energy. And she was scared of the family because she was scared that she couldn't prove herself properly, and they ended up leaving. Part of the test was to be isolated, and she felt a lot of heartbreak when they left. And then she realized that she didn't have to go over a cliff, that she could go through it by using her energy and her intention, kind of seeing it from a different perspective. And on the other side, all her family was there, and they were celebrating, saying, "Welcome home." It's like they never left. What does that have to do with her lifetime now? What does that have to do with Charlene's lifetime now, those scenes?
It's the same thing in a different body. They're not tests, they're just events.
Yes.
She still has the ability to see them as insurmountable obstacles, and they're not.
Yes. Is there anything in her life now that she's seeing as an unsurmountable obstacle?
Being alone.
Okay. What advice can you give her? Does she need to climb over the cliff somehow without the necessary support?
No.
What can she do?
Unlock the hardness around your heart. With the love that you have, you've allowed the events in your life to create a wall around your heart to protect yourself. And it's this wall that you think you need to climb.
Is there any way you could help her to kind of, break that wall down so that she might open her heart so that she could meet like-minded individuals?
Yes.
What does that look like energetically to do that?
To be reborn. She has started. It's happening. She shifted into a new beingness. There's nothing to do. It's just time. It's in place. Changes are happening. The wall is crumbling down. She's starting to feel the relief. She's done the work. The test is over. She just needs to see it as such. They're not tests, they're not challenges.
What are they?
Again, they're guiding lights, showing her the way to her true self, her strength. And she's so close. Just like that other lifetime, she's so close to meeting this expanded version of everything it is that she wants.
But she's worried she's going to end up alone.
She won't. She knows she's not.
When can she look forward to meeting this other half?
It's in months.
In months.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything you'd like to tell her about this person?
They're ready. Only now.
Okay, so there was a timing thing.
Yes.
How will she know if she meets this person?
You'll feel like you did when you're with your mother. That baby being held.
What does that feel like in the body?
Love. Complete, expansive love. You'll know him by the way he feels.
Does she know him from a previous life?
Yes.
Which life? Any of the ones we were looking at?
No.
Okay. Anything else about that connection?
He's a teacher.
As in by profession, or in which sense?
On a soul level, he teaches. He teaches others.
Okay.
But he's had to learn his own lessons to be a better teacher. And while he's on that journey of gaining the knowledge for him to reach his highest path, it was not possible for him to intersect with hers. As he needed to accumulate his knowledge in a focused way so that he could extract the best learnings for his journey. And she needed to assimilate the pieces of what she feels are her shattered life experience and reassimilate them so that she can be in the position she is today, so that she can hold him when she does meet him.
But she was feeling very discouraged and hopeless when she messaged me earlier this week.
Yes.
What happened there?
She wanted to give up. She was tired. She saw no change, but she keeps looking at the wall.
What would you like to tell her about that?
Stop. You have the ability to change your focus in an instant, and you know how to do it. You're a very powerful manifestor. You're a powerful focuser of your intentions and your mind. But you allow yourself to slip into negative thinking, and it escalates if you don't stop it in time. And it gets out ahead of you, where it becomes insurmountable because you allow the momentum of all your past traumas to accumulate in that specific moment, where it feels like the emotions of that moment are beyond just this lifetime.
Yes.
Because you've allowed yourself to open all of that hurt again.
So when she starts fanaticizing like she does, like in that sense, what should she rather focus on, or what should the perspective be? How should she shift perspective?
Get back into the space of daily practice, meditating, getting into the right conscious mindset, and don't fall into the trap of believing what your ego or the mind tells you. Make a concerted effort about what you allow your focus to be on, what you allow into your space, what you put in your body. Become more discerning with what you allow into your mind, into your energy field.
It seems like there are certain family members that are still weighing quite heavily on her mind. What should she do about that situation?
Distance. Care, but from a distance. Be more rigid, but loving, firm. It's not her responsibility. She's done her time. She's learnt the lessons there. She's been kind. She's been patient. It's enough, though.
Okay.
Cycle's done. Complete.
But she would feel she's kind of supporting them financially. What does she need to do about that?
She has the finances. She doesn't see it as numbers. She will be able to do it comfortably. But she needs to set boundaries.
What should she say no to?
Drama. unnecessary requests and unnecessary spending. She will support them to provide their basic needs, nothing more. No nonsense.
Okay. Okay, just getting back to that life. Okay, so she needed to find the energy or the power of intention and within, it seemed, not to focus too much on the kind of the mountain that's been created. Anything else about that, about her life now?
She needs to realize how unique she is in terms of her ability to have had recognized her true nature. She is very rare in that aspect, that not many have taken the time to navigate to that point of discovering their true self. She knows exactly who she is. And she actually has very little boundaries or blockages. She has a lot less than she thinks she does. She's more powerful than she knows. And she needs to step into that space. She has created this huge space for herself to exist within from an energy and soul perspective in this lifetime. She keeps herself small to stay safe. She's ready to step into it.
Okay. How can she step into that, or what should she be doing?
To not be scared to share her story. All the challenges that she's been through they're not holding her back. They're not a negative vibration. She can use them in a positive way to share her story and help elevate others, show them the way, show them the light. Just like these experiences have shown her the way to her spiritual strength and to her internal guidance and to be connected. So her stories will help others as that guiding light to guide them to their higher selves and their truer path. She just needs to trust that she will be accepted if she opens her heart and her experiences. There's much for people to learn from her.
Is she a teacher?
Yes.
Okay, we'll get into that for the rest of the questions. Just getting back to this life where she seemed to be living in a desert, and she was, it seemed like the enemy had taken away the women, children, animals, and she was kind of stayed behind. She was bitter. She felt stuck. The end, she felt like it would have been better just to have left with this community. But she chose to be alone to prove a point, to try and protect others, but she cut herself off from everyone. This was like kind of a false sense of doing the right thing. Why did you show that lifetime or that scene to her?
Because isolation can be a choice.
Is this what she's doing now?
To an extent.
What does that have to do with her life now, that life?
She's protecting herself. Whereas then she was protecting other people. She thought she was protecting other people. She thinks she's protecting herself now.
Is that true?
No.
But if she would connect with others, she might feel betrayed again or have her trust broken or abandoned.
She won't. She has the tools now to navigate, or she'll be able to detect those things before they even happened, whereas before she wasn't awake. She went into these situations almost blindly, hoping for the best. She didn't know who to trust.
Okay, but now her eyes are open,
yes.
Right? She will attract the right people.
Yes.
But it seems like they still are friends that are kind of abandoning her.
Yes.
Ghosting her. What does she need to do about that?
Move away.
Okay. And then how can she sense these people again, the ones that are always running away?
How could she?
Well, how could she look out for them in future? There'd be some kind of warning bell, or how would she know, like a red flag, if these kinds of people...
She knows the red flags. But she's torn between giving them the benefit of the doubt and being a good person and not being judgmental and saying no.
But I mean, if she says yes, then she's judging herself and she's betraying herself.
She hasn't learned that yet.
Would you like to tell her anything about that?
Saying no does not mean you're judgmental. Saying no is saying yes to yourself.
Yes, so it's actually self-loving.
Yes.
Okay.
But you've been taught that if you're not a good girl, if you don't help, if you don't do things that are unpleasant, if you don't allow others to be themselves, Even if it means making you feel bad. If you say no, it means that you're not good.
Okay, but that's not true.
It's not.
How can you break that belief system in her head? Which is not inherently the truth. It's just kind of indoctrination or belief system of a population.
The way to learn is by putting boundaries in place and experiencing the after effect of putting that boundary in place will make her feel safe. She needs to start.
Yes, it seemed like in that life she also needed to be willing to let things go.
Yes.
Not be bitter. But also that fighting with force is not really the answer.
No.
Being wise wins.
Correct. She has a tendency to still approach things in life with aggression. She has that warrior in her that will pounce out of nowhere.
Yes.
She can be this extremely angelic, wise, galactic being. But she can also cut throats.
Okay. How does she balance those energies?
She doesn't.
How can she, is there any advice as to how she might be able to moderate that?
To let go of the warrior. She doesn't need to be a warrior. She doesn't need to fight. There's no enemy at the back. Put down the sword.
She's safe.
Give up the fight. There's no enemy. No one's coming back. Just go with the flow. Just trust. Go with the people. And if the wrong people come along, move away from them.
Yeah, so it seems like she needs to kind of stop isolating, right?
Yes.
So how can she meet like-minded people? It seems like she's struggling to find that.
She needs to get out of her routine and actively start doing movement and things that are aligned to spirituality. Those are the people that she seeks. Those are the people that are going to be able to support her in the way that she needs.
She was thinking of moving away. Would that be wise to do?
Yes.
Because it seems like when she was overseas in England, there was more connection, unity there, and she had
more
tribe. What will that do for her?
She'll thrive. So many pathways for her to go in any direction of her choosing, and that makes her feel alive. It will be a main artery for her to tap into for so many different opportunities she's not able to align with where she is at the moment.
What is not working out for her staying in Cape Town?
Isolation.
Why can't she connect with people yet?
They don't understand her depth.
Yes.
They connect with her on their deepest level, but their deepest level is not deep enough for her. She's not connecting with like-minded enough people. She needs to seek out those communities in a better way. She's not. She's meeting people by default and wondering why they aren't meeting her specific needs.
But she was saying that she's done everything she can. Is that not accurate?
No. She needs to take a more gentle approach rather than her warrior mindset to ticking boxes and activities. She needs to soften the heart space and get into doing sound journeys and retreats and those kind of environments where she can go in with an open heart and meet people where she has her heart open.
Well, it seemed like she had a mom that had quite a big open heart when she was a baby, and her mother was kind of nurturing her. But it seemed like the dad left, and the mom was quite sad, and that created that kind of polarity of the love of the mom, but also the kind of abandonment of the dad. And he ended up taking the brother away as well. It seemed like the dad just wanted power, control, and people to see him as a good dad, even though he wasn't. And it seemed like she had a child, but she still felt disconnected at the end. Because, yes, so why was that scene shown? It seemed like that was still kind of bittersweet.
That she has the ability to allow the events that have happened in her life to cloud experiencing the moment in full. So she could have been in the moment with her new child, yet she made that moment a sad moment Instead of choosing it to be happy because she's bringing the past into the present. She does this.
What does that have to do with her life now?
She still feels wounded. She feels wounded and scared and needing to protect herself from those that could take from her, leave her.
But it seemed like quite a pattern in her life. How does she stop this from occurring again?
It's the awareness. This lifetime has been pivotal for her in figuring it out and finding the answers. She's closer now than she has been in many lifetimes. She knows what to do.
But it seems in that lifetime she was getting caught up in trying to figure out other people's behavior. And it's not her fault. It's a waste of energy.
Yes.
So how can she do that in this lifetime? Not make that same mistake?
Realizing where the responsibility lies, that she's only responsible for her life experience. Each person is experiencing their own journey, and their choices determine their experience. She is not responsible for anyone else's experience. All she can do is come from a place of love and compassion. Those are her only responsibilities to any other human on earth. Nothing more.
But what if she feels guilty about, breaking this negative loyalty pattern with family members?
She needs to change. She needs to let it go.
Well, as we said, that kind of almost ruined her life in that lifetime because she died of heart problems, which probably had to do with heartbreak. So, the ending wasn't pretty. And the son was still young. So what would you like to tell her about that?
Tell her about?
Well, is this something that could repeat if she doesn't break these patterns?
She'll lock herself away from so many great experiences that are just waiting to happen. Because she's shrouded by these injustices.
Okay, anything else about that life with the mother that was so lovable or loving and the dad that was the opposite?
I taught her that she can find true love.
She had quite a strong connection with that boy?
Yes.
Or that became a man? So this can happen for her again?
Yes. It can happen for her again. She needs to just remain open. And not see it as a limited thing that needs to happen at a specific time.
Yes. But you're saying it's a couple of months she'll be able to meet that person?
Yes.
Will it be somewhere in this country or
no?
The one she's moving to?
Yes.
More or less, when should she move away?
New Year.
Okay. She can get all her ducks in a row.
Yes, no rush.
Okay, are there any contracts that are keeping her alone that can be released today?
Yes.
Tell her about that.
Contract with her mother.
What's the contract there?
Mother was one of the family that were on the life in the desert.
Okay. The ones that were taken away?
Yes. No, the other with the ship.
The grey beings?
Yes. She's still teaching me the same lesson. I haven't fully embodied setting the boundaries. She's come to teach me.
Okay, so that's quite a big lesson, isn't it?
Yes.
But it almost feels like it's to the detriment of the mother.
Yes, because she knows mothers are loving and she knows her other relationship with her mother. So she feels guilt that her current mother is the previous mother, so she doesn't deserve to have those boundaries put in place. That's why she hasn't let them go down.
Okay, but that's quite a big life lesson, right?
Yes.
So she needs to have a boundary, which is just a strong sense of self, knowing what's a yes for her and what's a no for her.
Yes. And saying no does not have to be cruel.
No. How could she say no, for instance, to something like shopping, online shopping, or anything for that matter?
Just learning how to word it better.
Okay. How could she say it more or less?
As much as I would like to help you do this task right now, I'm really busy at work and I really believe you have the ability to do it for yourself.
Yes.
I'm here to help you if you get stuck, but I can't support you in doing this right now.
Yes. But also with the money, maybe saying, because her rent is going up and she has a lot of expenses of her own.
Mm-hmm.
Being honest about that. Because it seems like the mom has a lot of sympathy for the brother, but not really for her.
Yes, she knows he's weak. She sees no end to Charlene's strength because Charlene never let her see that.
But she does have a weakness or a soft side or a vulnerable side, does she not?
Yes.
If that vulnerable side could speak, what would it say?
To the mother.
Or just to anyone. Yes, to the mother.
I need you. I need you, but I understand you don't have the ability to give me what I need, but I also understand why you have been a mother that hasn't been able to give me that because there were lessons I needed to learn in the absence of the giving. And I thank you for coming to teach me.
Yes.
And I release the expectation that you have to give me anything more than you are able or currently do. I have no expectation of you.
Yes. But then Charlene should also just maybe learn to receive, not always give.
Yes.
Okay, is there anything else you can do to release this kind of, this contract with the mother? Anything else we can do today?
She needs to work on forgiveness with her mother. She went through a phase where she was in a good place with her mother. There wasn't any unforgiveness, but she's allowed resentment to build up to a point now where she's carrying bitterness and negative emotions that are not serving her well.
Yes.
She needs to work on forgiveness and see them for who they are and the purpose for why they are here. They are not here to harm or cause her pain. It is what it is, and she needs to let it go.
But it seems like they keep on bulldozing her boundaries. Does there need to be consequences for that, maybe? Or does she need to communicate her boundaries?
She doesn't put in boundaries.
Okay, so she firstly needs to communicate the boundaries and her needs. And if they get bulldozed, there needs to be consequences.
Yes.
Okay, anything else about those contracts?
No, just done.
Any other contracts? Any other people?
Nothing that comes to mind now.
Okay, and what about breaking the cycle she was talking about? How could she move into the soul family space?
She needs to try different experiences. Saying yes instead of saying no. And planning. She doesn't plan her life and her time and what she's going to be doing. She needs to make sure that she constantly has these outings and things planned for her to explore and get out and go and integrate into the world. She needs to plan these things better.
Something to look forward to as well.
Yes.
Okay, so she needs to plan time outside, not isolating, and with like-minded people.
Yes.
And say yes to these opportunities.
Yes.
But also learning to say no if it's crossing her boundaries.
Yes.
And so just talk more about the soulmate. Anything else about that? Because she was specifically asking if she has a soulmate for this lifetime.
So he's been brother before to her. I think maybe he was the little boy.
Okay. So there's quite a bond then there. There would be like a kind of remembrance.
Yes.
Okay, anything else that she can do to move closer to meeting this person?
Move.
Okay.
She needs to change location.
Okay, and England is the right place?
Yes, she'll be moving around more there.
Okay.
She needs to step into her power, step into her fullness, She's on the cusp. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
She is on the cusp. She gets annoyed when we tell her that any time now or it's near. She gets very frustrated. But she really is on the cusp of it really happening because she's done the tasks. It's her time to come home.
So she just needs to have a little bit more patience.
Yes, that's why we protected her this week, because it was not her time.
Her time to go.
Yes.
When I spoke to her, she said she had enough.
Yes.
Okay. How will she feel after the session?
Like she's found her truth.
Okay. Well, those are beautiful stories and visuals that have been shown. She can just remember that from the other side, going through the mountain, is her family.
She just needs to remember that these challenges that happen is not her standing in front of the mountain. It's us encouraging her to come through and come home.
That's beautiful. That's a beautiful analogy for anyone to think about. And she was never alone. You were always there holding her. So what is, just getting back to her family, what is her soul contract between her parents, her and her brother? Any lessons there, and how can she learn them?
They were there to show her the contrast of what she's not. If you are with people that are very like you, you don't realize how different you are. But if you are with people that are starkly different from who you are, you realize the difference. And they gave her that vibrational set point where she could see how great she is, or how elevated her perspective is. Every time she goes back, she realizes how much she's grown, and that was important. If she didn't have that, she would never be able to gauge her growth. She would still be the same lower vibration that the family are stuck in. She is not that anymore. And that difference has had her see her progress.
But she was very isolated growing up. It would have its consequences.
Yes.
Okay, anything else about lessons with them? And how can she learn them so she can move on and she doesn't have to come back? Repeat them with the same people.
There's so many patterns coming to an end with this lifetime. Contracts coming to conclusion. Extensive work that she has done that she won't have to ever come back and experience the same experiences in Connacht.
Okay.
Many are done. She has done an amazing job of getting to the point where she has. We applaud her in her progress.
Okay, so she doesn't have to be worried about coming back. Just, I mean, with the same people. Just there's kind of, she's just kind of niggly naggly as the ones we've been talking about today.
Yes.
That she needs to work through.
Yes. Coming back in future will be expansive and extensively different to what she's ever experienced up until this point.
Will it be in kind of human form?
Yes.
But how will it be different?
A higher vibration. She will have released her fears and the guilt. She'll be expansive, and she will come to be a very high vibrational teacher to those around her.
Beautiful. Well, that seems like something to look forward to.
Yeah, she started the journey now.
But why did she incarnate into this lifetime? What was the main purpose?
To start the journey to higher expansion. To break ancestral patterns. She was the catalyst for this family.
How will they be different after her existence in it?
She's lifted energy blocks in the bloodlines that they themselves weren't able to shift in this lifetime. She's helped them help the bloodline. She has been their warrior. But she's handing back the sword.
Beautiful. Okay, so she's actually come to get that family unstuck.
Yes.
And will they see the positive, repercussions of that?
Only once they move on into non-physical again.
Okay.
They don't have the ability to conceive the work she's doing or the impact she's making in this lifetime now.
But it does seem unfair that almost that responsibility is on her.
Yes, it's a hard load, but we She carries it because of her strength and her ability. The extent of her lessons are more severe because there's so much more that she has a quest to learn.
Okay, anything else about why she incarnated into this lifetime?
The teachings that she's going to be able to impart on others is a very unique frequency and intellect and language capability that she is able to offer in a very unique way. She will be a channel for enlightenment and expansion.
Is that in this lifetime?
Yes.
Okay, so what does she need to do to get there? From here to there?
Formalize her learnings so that she can feel that she is qualified. Although she is, from a spiritual perspective, she doubts her believability or authenticity, or that people will believe her from a scientific point of view.
She said she was putting a course together, like a spiritual course. Should she continue with that? Okay.
It is brilliant. It is exactly where she needs to be focusing her attention. She knows that she's in flow state when that material came through. She knew she was onto something, but it also scared her because she could feel the true nature of the potential of what she was working on.
So how could she get all those projects off the ground? She just needs to do it.
She needs to set aside time and not allow herself to get pulled into the vacuum of life and busyness and distraction because she's scared of the potential or that it might fail.
Should she just start the website and put the material out there, or what is the first step, second step?
Going back to the work that she started, it's all there, refine, formalize, modulate it into the right steps that she feels people will be able to digest. Work out the framework, just tidy up. She knows so well how to organize data and content. She knows what to do. She knows exactly what to do. She just needs to follow the urge and make time to do it.
Okay. Anything else about her purpose or what she came to learn in this lifetime?
She's holding light for others. She's a very important conduit between the earth plane and the spiritual realm. She understands that she opens that gateway.
Kind of like a high priestess energy.
Yes.
Okay. And you're saying she'll become a channel in the future?
A channel for knowledge and information, yes.
Okay. Anything else about her kind of teaching that then? Because you did say she was a teacher.
She is gentle. She has the way of delivering the information in a way that people will resonate with her stories and her pain, and they will see her striving and how what she has done has got her to where they are, and they will want to follow that.
She's also very funny. I think people would resonate with that.
Yeah, she is funny.
Okay, what's the root cause of her compulsive eating sugar? It seemed like it started when she was about 17, 18. She just got a job. She felt very lost and unsure and unsupported.
It emulates the feeling of the chemical she would experience if she had the physical love in her life. It's the best way she can emulate experiencing that in the lack of it. It's become a habit. It's not even a necessity. She knows it. When she's reaching for the food, she's aware of the voice, and it's just become a hardwired habit in her head more than an actual problem.
So what should she do in that moment when she's craving sugar?
She needs to take time and think about why it is she's feeling that way. Why is she feeling overwhelmed? And take time to remember that the food will only make her feel worse. and that it's harming her body. She's very focused at the moment of aligning her physical self in a more spiritual way. And she knows that these things don't resonate with her anymore. So take time to observe what you're thinking about and do not become a slave of random impulses. Think about what you're doing and why. Don't fall slave to a impulse that no longer serves you. You have the strength, you have the guidance. Take time to be with yourself in those moments. You need care in those moments. And those moments are calling out for you to pay attention. And every time you reach for sugar, you're disregarding, you're abandoning yourself. And it makes you feel worse. So just take time, slow down.
But when she meets this new love, then she would actually feel that feeling of love, right?
Yes, definitely.
There would be less of an impulse to
Correct.
To get that sweetness or that sugar or that love externally.
The need will be met.
Yes. Okay, but now she just needs to be more mindful as to what, emotions or aspects of her needs to be caretaken, not abandoned.
She's not in the grip of an addiction anymore. She knows what she's doing. She just needs to be mindful of her thoughts and in those moments bring conscious awareness into what she's doing in that specific moment.
Could you not eat something healthy that is sweet? Or does that not fulfill the craving?
It's meeting the same need.
Okay.
It's keeping the pattern in motion.
Yes.
She needs to dissociate the impulse with food altogether. She needs to be able to sit with those uncomfortable emotions, allow them, feel them, acknowledge them, and let them pass without any other intervention from food or any other source.
Okay. Will she be able to do that?
Yes.
Seems quite painful though. Wouldn't she want to escape that? Or is the only way out in?
She does want to escape them. Sometimes it's the path of least resistance. It's easier for her because she doesn't want to think about it. She just wants the fast release. It is hard.
Okay. Okay, anything else about sugar?
No.
Okay, is there anything about her guides, their names and roles?
Akuna.
Yes, who's that?
Angel.
What does this angel help her with?
Protection, guidance, light.
What does the angel look like?
Like a male, looks like Moses kind of vibe.
Okay.
Long hair, long flowing white robes.
Okay, this is protective.
Like a big white staff that he's holding.
Okay.
He's huge.
Does he have any message for her?
Be patient, child. Be patient with yourself and your life. There's no hurry. So much time, nothing to do. All is well.
Okay, any other guides for her?
Red Indian.
Yes, why is he coming in that form? Or she coming in that form?
He's the warrior.
Okay.
He's a leader.
What does he guide her with?
Direct guidance. No fluff. It's the important times, the clear voice that comes through, the certainty, the grounding. This is what you do, this is how, now. Old sage, simple guidance.
Yes. Is he ancestral or like a past life connection, or what is the connection?
Past life.
Okay. Does he have any message for her today?
You are fine. Stop trying. Just be.
Yes, it's about the simple life as we saw in that one scene. Much can be learned from that, from simplicity. Okay, any other guides for her?
It's a high vibrational being. I feel she's female. She's more, it's like a different race almost. I don't know if it's a star being. She's just a very different vibration, not of this galaxy.
Okay.
Yes.
What is her connection with? What is her connection with Jolene?
She keeps her connected to her star family.
Who are her star family? She wanted to know if she had any, galactic existences parallel.
It's Sirius star system.
Is she embodied there now?
No.
So is this a past experience?
It's her origins.
Okay.
Her soul source.
And what is this being's link to Sirius?
She's a gateway.
What does that mean?
A gateway to help her remember her way home to the seat of her soul.
Okay.
Where she is held and seen and infinite and wise.
Well, she was worried, was struggling with being seen and heard, felt.
She's forgotten.
Almost invisible.
Yes.
What does this being want to tell her?
To remind her who she really is, that it's all there.
Who is she really?
Athenia.
Who is that?
This guide.
Okay. So she is that guide. Athena. Athenia, okay. So if she ever had to feel invisible, she can just remember who she is.
Yes, we show her the light. She's 100% integrated and connected and whole with us. We are her. She is us. We are all light and infinite beings.
Well, there's nothing invisible about that, is there?
No.
Okay, anything else from Athenia?
She just wants to tell her to remember who you are. Don't listen to the noise.
Well, the noise is quite distracting on this planet.
Yes.
Does she have any advice for her on that? One can easily get sucked up in the stories, yeah.
Yes. Untruths. She needs to take time to connect with us and our energy. It'll give her that feeling that she seeks.
Where does she feel the feeling now? That feeling?
She feels it when she's with the animals.
With the horses and the dogs?
Yes.
Okay.
She feels it in nature. She feels it when she meditates. There are gateways for her to access it. She needs to do more.
So she needs to meditate more. What exactly should she do?
She needs to meditate more, get her mind out of the 3D space into where she is connected so that she can remember. Bring that remembrance back into the body.
Yes. Okay, any other guides for her, or should I continue to the next questions?
Next questions.
Okay, so she was talking about her spiritual gifts. How can she access more of them, and does she have any spiritual gifts?
She has so many spiritual gifts.
Can you help her just to remind her what they are?
The written word. She engaged that as a young child, and she's not used that to its full ability. She has the ability to access information through writing.
Kind of like automatic writing.
Yes.
Should she continue with that?
Yes.
Any other gifts for her?
She has the gift of being able to take high-level information that might be difficult for others to understand and process and comprehend, that she can decode into a language and an energy that others are able to resonate and absorb, that they might not otherwise have had the ability to access. She takes high vibration, energetic information and is able to bring it down to a level that others are able to assimilate.
Are you talking about through light language, or is she just making higher information more, understandable when she speaks?
It's through her work that she'll be doing. It's when she speaks to others, when she gives them advice, when they seek counsel with her, they feel that they understand things that they wouldn't have been able to have access to if it wasn't for her ability to reach those higher places.
Okay. So then she is the kind of ultimate teacher, then, if she can make something very complex understandable for a human being.
She needs to speak her truth more. She needs to speak more to people and pull that information from those higher realms through her writing, through her work, into those channels, through her voice, through her teachings.
Yes. Should she create like kind of a channel where, like a, broadcasting channel online or social media where she can, bring this information across?
Yes, that's why she's learned all these other jobs, to do all of these things, is to serve this purpose where she can put all of those skills in perfect combination to promote that work.
Perfect. Okay, well then she already has all the skills to do it. She already works in social media marketing and all of that.
Again, she's on the cusp.
Okay. Is there anything we can do to kind of accelerate that growth, or should we wait for it? It needs to be kind of at its own perfect timing, divine timing?
She just needs to make the time to allow it to flow, to give it formal space in her life so that it can evolve. She's choked it out.
Okay, any other spiritual gifts for her?
No, those are the ones that are serving her now.
Okay, and then she wanted to know if there's any parallel life, any other, galactic experiences she embodied anywhere else right now.
She has been aware of one. That's why she's asking.
Okay.
She knows there is one. She wants confirmation.
This is the one with the blue hand she was looking at?
No, that was Avian.
Okay. Which one is she referring to?
She's a galactic being. She's a mother. She has children.
Okay. What form does she take there?
Could be Octarian.
What does she look like?
Blue.
Okay, and she has children?
Yes.
And why did this information come to her? Why did she see that?
Because she felt like she never had the opportunity to have children.
Yes.
And it was our way of telling her that you do have children, just in a different frequency, but on a soul level, you have them. You have not been denied any experience.
But why does she not have children in this life?
It wouldn't have served her.
In which sense?
Her higher purpose is for freedom and expansion and the ability to take these lessons that she's learned to deliver to others. If she had been a mother, that would have been her priority. She would have neglected this life purpose, and she would have had to come back again to have had the open space to learn and take those learnings into teaching. She would have not been a teacher. She would have been a mother.
Okay, beautiful. So everything is perfect then at the end of the day.
Yes.
Okay, but she is still a mother in a parallel existence, that Arcturian existence.
Yes.
Okay, so she has confirmation of that. Okay, can you please do a body scan and find out if there's anything in her body that's out of balance?
No, all is well.
But it seems like she has lower back pain, and she wanted to know how to release it. It seemed like it happened, since she was 2016 when her and her ex started coming apart. She felt invisible at that stage.
She's made the realization. It will clear.
What is the realization or the lesson there?
That she isn't supported, that she's alone.
Yes.
Stuck in the body. The belief is stuck in the body. She's now shifting the belief with today.
Okay. Can you help her to shift that out of the lower back area?
being removed.
Okay, beautiful. When will she notice the difference then?
Tomorrow, tonight.
Okay. And that would be cleared up for her then?
Yes, gradual change.
Okay. Okay, is there any question I could have asked today that I didn't ask?
No, all is well.
Do you have any last messages for her today?
Be gentle with yourself. We love you so much. You're not alone. You've done so well. We are so proud of you. There's so much that awaits you. So many people waiting to meet you. Beautiful gifts and blessings are yours.
And why did she need this session today?
To remember, to be reminded that it's not another rock cliff, that the way is there. She's following the light. And she found it. That's why it felt so different after she'd found the treatment. She knew she'd found the doorway. She was very brave by making the effort of, I'm going to try again.
Yes.
In that moment, she had already completed the task. She'd won. She'd found the way out.
Yes. And how will she be different after the session?
She'll have an understanding, a change in perspective, releasing habits. She'll know what to do, better equipped.
Okay. Okay, any other last messages for her today?
Just keep listening. You hear her so clearly. Take heed to the guidance. Believe. You are strong. We have shown you. You believe it. The narrative has changed. The timeline has changed and you know it. Just believe. We are here. You are complete.
Okay. Okay, any message for me today?
We thank you for the gift that you bring to the earth plane to allow people to connect with higher power and clear the way so that they can see light and live a less impinged existence on earth. You are very important.
Yes.
We love you very much.
Thank you. Should her and I work together again, maybe like this? To get information to help humanity?
Yes.
Okay. Would she be open to that?
Yes. It would be good.
Okay.
She had the thought when she arrived. She knew.
What does she know?
She could see there was something else.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Any other message for anyone else, or?
No, we are done.
Is there a reason why the cat had to be under the bed today?
Wasn't aware.
Okay. Okay, are we complete today?
Yes.